So, you probably have to create a lot of things for your business or maybe even your personal brand. I mean, I know I do. I have business cards and I have posters and thumbnails, like for YouTube and Facebook, even the cover art, the art they have at the head of it. Quote graphics, things I've used even in this show. I mean, there's a lot of things that I have to create for my business, and my gut is you have to create for your business. Wouldn't it be nice if there was one place? I didn't want the music copyright. Wouldn't it be great if there was one place where you could design all of that and more, have access to thousands of templates, thousands of photos, hundreds of icons, and a lot of different things. A lot of it for free. One place you could do all that. Well, in a world of all these choices, there is such a place. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on today's show. I'm going to show you what I'm calling the only graphic design site you will ever need. Don't go anywhere. That's coming up next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire. And how is it going, good people? I am Kevin Colby with Kevin Colby Media, as the logo right there says. And this is the Explore, Share, Impact video show. And the whole point of everything I do, my business model, what I love to do, is to help people explore your gifts, or help you maybe explore your gifts, and share your story and impact the world. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, well, who's your target audience? And I think a lot of times it's just folks like me that are still trying to figure out things, maybe save some money, create things yourself. And that's one of the things I'm going to show you today. We're actually going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite tools that I use for probably 99% of all of my design work. And it's called Canva. Now, if you've never heard of Canva, I'm going to give you kind of a brief overview of it today, but I'm telling you, it is a phenomenal tool. Now, and I'm not an affiliate. I have signed up for the affiliate program, but I'm not an affiliate. So even if I get denied from the program, I'll be sad for a little bit, and then I'll have a cup of coffee and I'll get over it. But Canva is absolutely phenomenal. There's a couple of things it doesn't do as well as maybe some other programs, but I believe it is the only graphic design site or tool that you will ever use. I want to share a quote that has a lot to do with some of the things we're going to talk about today, and it's from Pablo Picasso, and it says, "I am always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it." Now, to my designer friends, I don't want to give any impression that what you do just anybody can whip up and do. But the thing about Canva that makes Canva so amazing is that if you have no design background, but you want to design some stuff, you want to play, you want to try, Canva makes it that easy. The graphic I just showed you was created in Canva and animated in Canva. Now, there's other things like I'll show you this right now. These are my social. This graphic you see right there at the bottom of the screen, my where you can find me on social media. That was created in Canva, but it was animated in actually in Apple Motion and then in Final Cut Pro 10 because I'm just not that good with Apple Motion. But other things I've created like. Excuse me, like this, and then we're gonna get to the Canva thing. But one of the things I do is I want to plug my Facebook group. It's Explore Your Creative Gifts Facebook group. I would love to have you be a part of it. We want to get more in depth into things there we don't get in here. But that graphic that you just saw created in Canva. Canva is phenomenal. So whether you've used it, haven't used it, heard about it, we want to dive into that right now. And so let me kind of go over some things about Canva for you. So this is what Canva looks like. When you get there, you know what? I wonder if I need to turn my head off. There's something you don't hear every day, but there I go. Bye. When you sign up for Canva, and let me say this: Canva is free. There is a paid part of it, a tier, I guess you should say. I've got the paid, and I'll explain the difference here in a minute. Even if you go with the paid, it is like crazy affordable. So, but when you sign up, I tell you what, I'm just gonna leave me down in the corner. When you sign up, this is what you get. There we go. This is what you get. Sorry, I use Ecamm to go live, and so when I go to my desktop, it changes my screen. So forgive me if I'm looking over here, because I actually want to go over here. But this is what you get. So this would be after you've signed in and created your account. So when you go there, let's get out of that. When you go here, this is what you're going to see. I mean, there's my account right there. You get to create a design, and you get all this over in here. And we may not get in depth in everything, but literally you can type in here what you want, or you can go through all of these custom designs. Now, I'm going to do a quick scroll just to show you the many things that I've created in here. And you can see, like, for example, right here. I don't know if you see my mouse pointing, but right over here to the right of the screen, you see the Kevin Colby Media with the logos on top, the social media logos. And beside it, it looks like there's a blank space there. That's actually the same logo, but what I do is I create one logo let me get back to my head. There we go. Oh, I am there. I create one logo where the letters are in black and one logo where the letters are in white, and that's quite honestly, so whatever platform I'm on, I've got those two options. Same things with the logos here. If you notice here, Kevin Colby Media, and that, believe it or not, says Kevin Colby Media. Again, my core colors, and I can show you this in a minute. I set up my brand kit, they call it. My core colors are red, white, and black. I do use blue and yellow sometimes, but I just love red, and you'll see that over and over. Excuse me, in my design. You'll see that in the graphic I created here for the show, and my podcast graphic. There's some yellow there, and I stay very consistent with the colors I use because that's part of my brand. If you've seen any of the shows, you've seen the thumbnails I've created here. Here's a quote. Just different things. You can see over time how I've changed and played with different things. This was for another show I did. So anyway, so this is what you will get. So when you start an account, you get that. And probably, I tell you what, let me do something before we go any further, because one of the things that I really don't like is when I'm watching a video and somebody is sharing something and they don't disclose that it costs at all. Hey, very red. You like that, do you? Al, how's it going? My brood? That's Scottish. What the heck? That's my brood from down under. How's it going? But I've always loved red. But what I don't like, though, is when I'm watching a tutorial or a video and they're explaining things you need, like tools you need, and they don't disclose that they cost something or how much they cost. So Canva is free, but when you pay, you get a little bit more. So for example, let me show you kind of that first before we go any further. So you can see right here that Canva has a free plan, free forever, and a pro plan, and enterprise. And I'm not even going to get on enterprise because it's to me that's like the I think when you go to the enterprise, it's kind of like the fresh catch market price of the day. You know, if you got to ask, you probably can't afford it. So the free forever. Now, if you look at the green bullet points, you see what you get on free, and that's quite a bit. You can get up to a free or a 1 gig of storage for photos and assets. Templates is a huge part of this. But look at the next column, Canva Pro. And again, guys, I'm not an affiliate. So if I share a link to Canva, now I hope to be an affiliate one day, and I do have affiliate links, but I don't to Canva. But check this out. So you get all that plus. And this is huge. You get exclusive access to 400,000 free photos, illustrations, and templates. And I'm going to tell you in a minute why that's big. Magically resize your designs, and it works exactly like they're saying. And you can see other things in there, like you can organize in folders. But look at the very first bullet item. I'm sorry, the third one. Unlimited storage for photos and assets. That is huge. All right, so let's go back to Canva. So again, this is what you're going to see. So I'll give you an idea. So one of the things that I have set up now, again, I'm on the Pro plan, and if you notice, it was like what, $9 something a month. That's if you pay for it up front for the whole year. I think it's cheaper. I think otherwise it's like $12.95 a month. So if you think about that, I mean, just seriously think about this. For basically $120 a year, you get everything in here. Now, there are some things you can buy and tack on. There's some photos that aren't free, but holy cow, if you can get almost 500,000 free photos and you can't find what you need, then do something else. But one of the things I have set up is a brand kit. And so these are my colors right here. And every time I go to create a logo or something like that, these colors will automatically be there. And that is my red. And the hex code, if you want to know, is FF0000. It's the same hex code you could put in. That's the red I use. Anton is the font I use on my logo, and then I also use these other fonts here. This isn't necessarily my text font. The one I'm using in a lot of other stuff is called, I've gone blank, Ben something, but anyway, it didn't show up. These are my logos. There's one of the logos I created, but I have the Kevin Colby Media logos, Kevin Colby. Oops, you know what? I even forgot to load the ones that have my website under there. And then these are fonts that I have bought and uploaded, which is another cool thing. I mean, if you don't want any of this and go with the free plan, do it. I mean, that's amazing too. So, but check this out. These are just some of the things. Hello. These are just some of the things you can create in here. Social media. So look at this list. You want to do an Instagram post, a Facebook post, Facebook story, social media, which is basically, what does that mean? It's just a square design. Tumblr graphic, Pinterest. I mean, it goes on and on and on. YouTube channel art, documents. This right here, this presentation is what I use for the presentations I do. And I'm going to show you something that I just discovered this morning that blew my mind, which is a horrible sound effect. But you can do different things. If you want to use it for a letter, letterhead, resume, things like that. Personal. I don't really use this, but here's the thing. Just because it says card, now let me say photo, that's probably a bad idea. Well, I'll just pick one of these. Whatever it says, you don't have to use it specifically for that. You can take the templates and break them and change them. Education, I try and avoid that. Marketing, logo. Every one of my logos has been designed in Canva. My client logos are designed in Canva. Any logo I do is designed in Canva. Business card. Now, up until recently, I've been doing my business cards in moo.com, but I may switch that here. You can do event planning. You can do ads. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. So, what do you say? I just show you something quick. Let's say, what do you want to do? Let's just do a logo. Let's just do a quick logo. I'm sorry if you get motion sickness. So this is how you could create a logo for anything. And I'm going to show you the power of it. Okay, so when you start, you're going to get this blank canvas right here. It has nothing on it. But then they have all these templates over here. And over here, you're going to have some other elements here. So they break it down. So let's say you are a restaurant. We'll do restaurant. Now, this doesn't mean you can only use this. It's just they've created these as templates to help you speed up the creation process. So let's say you're looking here and you kind of like, I don't know, let's just pick one here. Let's pick this one because I want to show you what we can do. So we picked this one. And obviously, that's not the name of your place, and maybe you don't serve wine and stuff like that behind it. You want to change it. So here's how easy it is to change it. Now, you notice some items here. It says ungroup, copy, position. So if you can't move things, you may need to unlock it. But watch right here. See, I can change this. I can move this around. This is the font, right? So we're going to change this to Zippy. No, I tell you what. Here, we'll do this. Zippy Burger Bar. How about that? But you say, well, I don't like that font. Fine. Now check this out. Now again, I've uploaded a lot of my fonts, but look at this. Even without that, look at all of these fonts you can choose from, and it goes and goes and goes. And see, there's Anton. There's the one I use a lot for my. But let's say we want to use apple juice. And we go, wow, that's really, but I don't like the color. That's fine. Change it. Remember the brand colors I told you about? These will always pop in here. But let's say we want it to be blue. And then you can go in and customize it, and you can change the level of the blue and things like that. Very simple to do. All right, so we like that. Burger bar, yeah, we want Burger Bar to say maybe let's make it green. Nope, that doesn't work. So let's make it black. There we go. You can go in here and do spacing, so you can spread that out. You can actually, here I think is where we would do that. There's a space in here we probably don't need, but you get the idea. You can space the whole thing. You can move it around, right? Now, one of the things I'm going to tell you, is Canva perfect? No, it doesn't have a way to do drop shadows, but there's a cheat that I can show you later, but it's very simple. So, but let's say right here you don't want this bottle of wine here. So, you can come over to Elements. And one of the things I do, see this button here, it says free. I always click here because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy anything else. So, let's say we search for burger. Well, looky there. And we want to use that one, and it'll always tell you if it's free. And I think the difference here is, see there it says free and then free with a little crown. This means it's in the, well, it tells you right there. As a pro subscriber, I can use that. You wouldn't be able to use that, or it would charge you. I don't know. So let's say we want to use this one, right? Well, there it is. Well, great, Kevin. You just killed the whole logo. Actually, I haven't. So we're going to undo that. We're going to do that. We're going to get rid of the wine bottles. We're going to bring the burger back. And we're going to go here, and we're going to say backwards. And look at that. Just like that, it's put it behind it. So if you absolutely love the logo, and, you know, I don't like that, so let's go to a big, thick logo, Archivo Black. There we go. So you can see how it immediately changed it. You can size it from here. So let's say you like that, and you're done with it. Then you go here to download. And it will give you an option of a PNG and if you're ever going to put this over something, you want to have it with a transparent background. Now, it will just look, you won't see it, but what it does is it turns all the white transparent. But you can always make it a JPEG, you can make it a PDF, you can animate it. And you've seen some of that before. So when you go to the animate, see how it animates different things. You may say, well, I kind of like that. You can also make it a GIF here, or GIF, or however you want to call it. I'll give you a little power tip. If you ever have a chance between PNG and JPEG, always do PNG. It's a cleaner file. It's a bigger file. And this is something they've added recently, compress the file size. It also creates a 500 by 500. Now, some of you may be saying, okay, you've already lost me. I don't know. But what that means is, you want to have a bigger logo, a bigger resolution, so it's clean, but you can squeeze it down. If you make it, and it'll look the same, but if you try and blow it up for like a t-shirt or a poster, it's going to get grainy. It's just not going to look good. So I could download this right now, and we could use it and be done. But let's, yeah, Al is saying PNG is the boss. But let's say, well, I don't know. I don't like the picture of the burger. What if we had a burger? All right, let's go to photos. So this is something that is really cool. Is that recently, in fact, just to prove he said that, Al, PNG is, it is, isn't it? I mean, I don't know why you would use JPEG. I just don't. But recently, Canva did a deal with Pexels. And Pexels is probably one of the premier free stock websites out there. And by the way, I want to say, Alan Buck, I'm loving this. Thank you very much. Alan is another just amazing creative person. Recently, I'm gonna blow your title, but he is like a big dude at a college here in Raleigh. I'll just say that. But Pexels is Pexels. Nobody said spelling was going to be involved. But Pexels is this amazing stock footage place, right? And Canva just recently did a deal with them and acquired them. And why that is amazing is we're going to go back is you get all of these amazing photos. You get far more photos than you ever had before in here. So here's how it can work. Now you can go through here, see they even have food. So we can go to food and it's just going to start searching. But what's easier is, and again, I'm going to hit free because not all the photos in there are free, but there's like over 400,000 that are free. So I'm going to type in burger. And look at this. I like that one right there. Now, you can see I can resize it and I can do different things. And just like the graphic, I can position it in the back. Now, since our font is black, see that right there? We're going to change that to white. And now you can see it. And again, this is just strictly for demonstration, even though if there is a Zippy out there and you own a burger bar, you owe me a free burger. I will do a demo for burger. So this is how you could do it. And you know, let's say you don't like this white up here. Go to background. Let's say you like that background. Just that easy. Now, if you download this as a PNG, I think it's going to clear. No, it may not clear that out. So you don't like that background, change it to that background. And then you can go in and even add it. They've got filters. You can adjust and crop. This is just I wanted to give you a brief overview of how this would work. These are uploads. These are things I have uploaded in here to use for different things. There's my logo. Just completely different things that I've done for different projects that I've played around with. Text. You have all this preloaded text in here, but you can change any of this. So I tell you what, we're going to go here, and I'm just going to show you one other thing. Let's just start with, well, I tell you what, let's go to social media. Where was that? That was up here, right? Social media. There was one that just said social media. Right here, love. So let's say we start here. Again, it starts with a blank text. So what we can do is we can, and actually it shows that. So we go over here and you're scrolling. Now you don't have to use any of this, but let's say we like that. And you go in here and you can say, what up? Brewed. And this is a running joke between Al and me. But so Al, my buddy Al, is in Melbourne, and we've connected over different things. And he's an incredible creative down there. And he taught me the word brew, and I tend to call people bro, and so I've combined it to brewed. But you can do that. Again, you can color it. You can move it. You can, where's the rotate? You can rotate it. You can blow it up. You can do so much with this. You can, I mean, some of this is, if you've ever worked in Word or something like that, some of the controls are the same. But I wanted to just give you that example, right? You've got different elements. So we're going to go back to this. Let's say you wanted an arrow. Look at this. And let's just do that one. And again, I don't, we're totally making this up, but we want to flip it because it's going the wrong way. And we want to do this, and we want to do that. And, I want to change the color because everybody knows I like red. But I don't know about the outline. I think I want the outline in yellow, which actually looks horrible. or blue. Yeah, there we go. We'll just go with that. That's how easy it is to create stuff. And it goes on and on and on. You've got folders. I've created folders with different things and photos. This is how cool it is. But I want to show you, I think, the resize thing. And notice how it's saving everything. So if we go back here and I go to all my designs and I hit resize right here, look at this. The things we just created are there. So this is, I want to show you something that I stumbled upon this morning. Actually, let me just see if it'll open. Nope, it didn't. So we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna say edit, even though I'm not gonna edit it, right? This was another video I did about what your website should have. You really ought to watch that video. There's some great information there that I think if you have a website, you're thinking about getting a website. But this is something I stumbled upon this morning, because what I'd been doing is I have been downloading this as a PDF, because I like it animated, but there's like 12 pages to this. So I've been downloading this as a PDF, and then what happens is I bring it into Ecamm and I scroll through. Check this out. It's like website. Now, notice it says beta. When I click this, you have options. But we're going to go here, and we're going to say open website. This is why this is a big deal. This just became a working website. And I can scroll through it, and I'm not going to go through it because this was in the last video. But the reason I'm showing you this is I can even send this link. I don't know if you can see the link. No, it's cut off, I think, on there. But there's a link at the top of the page that allows me to share a link to somebody. So like Saturday, I'm part of this social media virtual summit. There's a bunch of us speakers that'll be coming live from all over the country. I think I'm up at 1:30 Eastern time. There's a link to that on my Facebook page. And I just realized now that anything I can present, I can actually create that as what Canva calls a website, and then share that link. And I've got full control, like on my keyboard, to go through it. And guys, that's huge. If I was giving a talk somewhere, if I was going remotely, I could share that, and it'll display as what they're again calling a website. But again, I want to go back one more time to just look at here's a mock-up I did last week. It's for my blog post to show like what my website would look like going here. But check this out. These are all the places you can download to. And again, I think this is part of the Pro plan. But look at this. The website is what I just showed. You can just download it, straight download it. You can make it a Microsoft PowerPoint. Email it, embed it. This is the animation option I was showing you. You've seen before, right? There you go. Slack, LinkedIn. You can actually publish this straight to your LinkedIn profile or page, or Facebook, Twitter, Google Drive. I just set up my Google Drive. I just connected my Google Drive the other day. MailChimp, Pinterest, template. You can print things on here. There's a poster back here on my wall, if you can see it right back there. That was actually created. It's kind of the little bullet record that's on my logo. I actually created that and printed it through here. Invitations, on and on and on and on. It is just amazing. So the one last thing I want to show you, because it's just, to me, pretty cool, is resizing. And I want to show you on something that could be kind of cool. So let's use this. And this is not a plug for my podcast, but if you want to listen to it, that's fine. It's on Anchor.fm, Creative Dude Podcast. But check this out. So I want to change this. Now, this was created under the older Canva, so I think it should work. Actually, yep, resize. So let's say I want to change this one to, well, let's just say a Facebook post. I don't know what is going to happen here because it should be bigger, right? Let's say Pinterest, because I know Pinterest is a completely different. Now watch this. What does it do? It recreates it in that logo. Now, you may have to move some things around, but here's the other thing. It didn't copy over the old one. It saved it and copied and made a new one. So my other one is, where is it? Nope, it's right there. Oh, where it is. It's somewhere anyway. It didn't, trust me, it didn't. But But that's huge. So you don't lose what you've done. And if I didn't like this, I could move the picture around a little bit more. I could change that. If I didn't like any of this, look at this. All of this over here. So it's Canva is absolutely amazing. I can't stress enough how cool Canva is, because it gives you all of these tools. And again, the free you get a lot, but even on the pro plan, again, I'm plus tax, I'm paying maybe 119, 120 a year, and I get all that. And if you saw if you go back and watch this, whether you're watching this on live or on replay later, if you look at any of those templates on there, like when I went to the Pinterest, you can just drop that on and you can customize that. So this is where, if you're not a true designer, but you've got some design ideas and stuff like that, you could take one of their templates and just change some things and run with it, and that's okay. So Al is asking, so it has social templates and adjust your artwork. Yes, it does. It does. In fact, I tell you what, I'll show you one other thing, just because I think that's a great question. So let me go back here and let me show you this. Is this one I want to show you? So this is actually the promo graphic I created for this show that you're watching, right? And since I'm on Facebook and YouTube, I wanted to create a YouTube thumbnail, if you will, that would go to the YouTube page. So I go to resize, and notice how this looks a little different because this is all in the newer. And I pick where is it? It's YouTube in here somewhere. YouTube, no, not channel art. YouTube thumbnail is what I picked. Copy and resize, and it's just resized it. Now, so specifically to your question, if you notice, it didn't adjust things necessarily that Pinterest did because it changed it so much. So I do maybe have to go in and tweak it a little bit more. But what it does is it gives you the parameters. So that is a good question. You might have to go in and tweak it a little bit. And for some people, that may be too much, because I know there are some of these, and that'll become my thumbnail. Alan is saying, this is great. Got to run, but got some questions about Canva. I'll follow up with you later. Anytime. And if you have any questions about Canva, just let me know. It is great. It's easy to play around with, and it's an inexpensive tool. And I think the only tool you have, there's some things in there that I wish it did. Yeah, but search is amazing. You saw the search. Play with it. It could be whether, if you have a small business, or you're like a solopreneur, or you're just working on a personal brand, or you're just wanting to do something for a garage sale. It is absolutely, positively amazing. I appreciate you being here so much. I'm Kevin Colby Media. I hope you've learned something today, because, again, everything I do is about to help you explore your gifts and share your story and make an impact in the world. All right, get out there and keep creating. See you next time.